So today in this class, in the VBA, we can learn how to write the code. And we have discussed about the VBA member one by one. So last time we have discussed the four object in the VBA. First, the application. Second, workbook. Third, sheets. And fourth, the range. So we have discussed about the first workbook. So when you learn the basic Excel, you have learned how can file about the file. So we have discussing how can do anything in the file. First, I want to create the new workbook. What the code of new workbook? We have right here workbooks dot. So workbook add, just press the control A. When you learn this macro, run this macro, and okay, create a new file. Create a new file. Okay. So now I have learned the code. When you want to create the new workbooks, you have write the workbook dot add. Now I want to save the workbook. So for the save, have a code workbooks. Enter the file name just like book to dot xls extension and dot save as. We give the location. We have save in the E drive slash data slash the file name dot xlsx. This is the actually code writing procedure. So you have to write the member workbook, give the workbook, it means object, add here object, give the object details, right here, save. Okay. Okay. We have also write the code, give the related codes. I want to add and I want to save. Okay, first I want to add and then I want to save it. The problem is this code is not work with this code because when you have when you have when you have run this code, so problem is when you add your file and file name is not fixed book 2 every time book 3 book 4 book 5, this is not decided ki what file with name will be added default. So this code is not work with here. So I want to add workbook and same workbook we want to save as. So that time we have run the code here active workbook. Why use the active workbook? Because when your new file created, your new file will be on the front, will be activated. Okay. So I want to save and close, then create the new macro here. Subject rr/1, right, save and close. And now we have write the both of code. So this when you run this macro, just add the neighbor workbook and this workbook also save as. What's the difference between active book and workbook? If you have an idea about the name of file, if file will be fixed, then that time we have used the workbook with file name. But okay, sometimes file name is not declared, but my file is
Okay.
deactivate, then that time we have used the active workbook. What is the active
Oh, yeah,
workbook?
yeah.
This is the active verb. Book two, okay. Book two actually is the name of the file. Yeah, how they got it. Got it? Yeah, got it. Give me the one second. Give me the one. So do you understand? Active workbook and when you use the active workbook? Hello? The file name we didn't declare. At the time we can set the active workbook. When your file name is fixed, when your file name is fixed, that time we have used the workbook with file name. And when your file is not declared, but your file is activated, okay, that time we use the active work. Simple. Okay. 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 Now, do we now we have add the workbook and save the workbook. But we have we have to make the decision before the adding the file. I have already ready. I want to add the file in the locations with name. So we have idea. So when you have used the code add workbook add then save. If you after the add you want to make something in the file and after that you want to save, then we have write this code. But I have idea, I know which name we have saved the file. So we have directly add and code in the once workbooks dot add. Sorry, here is the workbooks dot add and now dot save as and give the location. So a already workbook add as a this name. Okay. Okay. So we have right here workbook dot add with save as. So add and save as both of the actions in the ones. But before this, you have decided which name, which location your file be created. But sometimes not possible to. So that time we have add and do the something. Just like we have add the workbook and you have some calculate the data and give the result, check the result. And base your file name is the base of your result. So that time we have add the workbook, calculate here the another code, and after that we have saved, right? But you have idea before the adding your file. If I want to add the file in the drive name as a 123, then you can write the code right click workbooks.add. Is it okay? Yeah, good. Now I want to open the file because I don't want to create the new file. I want to open the existing file. Okay. Okay. So that time we have used the different code. So now I want to learn how can open the your file. Existing file. So we have write the code var books dot open, and now give the your file location where your file. Okay. So now you can open the, and you have also remember when you have opened the file, your file will be activated. So after that, do anything in the file, just do the just like I want to only for save the file. I have opened the file, do something in the file, and after that I want to save the file. So you have just write the code active workbook dot save, and now active work which file have it open. Okay. Okay. So this is the, so now do you understand when you use the workbooks, when you use the active workbook? Yes. Any problem? Yeah, no, okay. Yes, I'm waiting to reply. Okay. Now, so we have learned how can add the file, how can save as the file, how can open the file, right? Now, I want to how can close the file. If you open the file, you also need the close the file. Same workbook dot use, right? No, we are right here. Workbooks, and which workbooks? You have name here. Book one, book two. Yeah, which file you have opened, you want to close. Okay. With extents dot. And when you close, you need to give the true and false. Why? When you have close your file, your sometimes asks if you want to save the file. Just like we have right here something, and now we want to close. So do you want to click on the save, give the true, you want to save, don't save, you want the false. So here in the code, have a true and false on the close, right? True for the save and false for the don't save, right? Clear? Clear. Now, true for save. Do you want to save? If you want to save, give the true. And you want to don't save, give the false. False. Now, but I don't want to which file have open. I want to close to my active workbook. So that time we give the active workbook dot close, and there is a true and false. So one thing remember, after dot, your member will be apply also the workbook and also the active work, right? Some member apply and some member apply on the your workbook. Just like add workbooks dot add. The add is not define any type of the file, so apply only for the workbooks. But I want to close. Close is the one particular file will be closed. So we have workbook and give the file detail. Same like active workbook dot save, that is okay. And we have used here workbook, and which workbook you want. One particular workbook I want to save, so give the workbook name. So now you're clear. If we use the only for workbooks, where we have used the workbook with file name, and where we use the active work. It's clear? Okay. So we have learned how can add the file, how can save as the file, how can save the file, how can open the file, how can close the file, right? Now I want to go to one file to another file. It's like I have opened the two file and we need to go to the second file, activate the second file. Generally, we have used the alt tab for this. Okay, how can you use the alt tab? So that time we have right here var books. Write the book name, book one, and here is a not need to give extension. Activate. This is the very important. You have opened the file, copy the data, and now need to go to the second file where you want to paste. So before the giving the paste code, you need to write this code for the going to activate to your location. It means file. Okay. So we have alt tab. Generally, we have do this feature with alt tab, but with VBA we have write the code workbook and this thing. Now I want to protect my workbook. I want to protect my workbook. So we have write the code workbooks. Which workbook we want to protect? So we have give 123 dot x. Remember this file is open, right? One thing clear here, if you give the any file type in the workbooks, need to open at a time. Okay? If your file will be closed, this code is give the error. So if you want to do something and your file is not open, so give the code the open before the give you anything. So we have protect, give the password. So this protect will be trigger the seed, not a seed product, not a file product, file structure product. In the review tab, have a protect workbook. So this code, active, workbooks.protect, code, trigger this code and type, give the password. Give the confirm password, your structure will be locked. After this code, nobody insert and delete your sheets and rename your sheets. Okay. The problem is that I want to, you can also write this code as a active workbook dot protect to the password. But when you use the active workbook, your file will be activated and you have not about the file name. And you have just opened the file. It means active workbook. Just create the file. It means active work. Just go the activate your file. That is the active work. Okay. So you have choose one code. If you know about the file name, give this code. You know about your file will be activated, then give this code. Now I want to give the opening password. I want to give the opening password. Okay, when you people open my file, ask the password. So that time we have right here code active workbook dot active workbook dot password, not a protect password equal to give the password. If password is the number diagram they give, if your password is text, give the inverted comma. Isn't it? ABC. So this code trigger your Excel protection. Where? So go to the file info And here is the active workbook encrypt with password. So give the opening pass. But remember, one thing check here. If before this code, may go to the code. Okay. This is the password. Before this code, it never use the equal. Here is the equal. So why use the equal here? And how can I identify if we have give the member details as equal and as a space? Because after the member, we have give the space everywhere. Everywhere give this a space. But here you why give the equal? So every member have a two category. This is the object, this is the member. The member have a two category. First have a properties, the first have a method and second have a property. So password is the property. When you use the property, give the equal. And when you use the method, give the space for the detail. Okay? But how can I identify? So when you give the space, you give the auto suggestion, like syntax. That called syntax. But when you will give the space on your properties, properties can't give the any suggestion. Second thing, when you apply your method, the protect is a method. In the method, have an icon green color box. But your your properties have a property symbol. This is the property symbol. So property symbol with hand symbol. Okay, hand finger symbol. If we try to apply your member and member have a hand symbol, it means this is the property. Then require details give by with equal after the equal. Okay, and have a green box. It means have a method and give the method detail after the space. It's clear. Now property have a two types. First, take the information and second give the information. So password just take the information, but I want to information about the file, just like I want to file name. So type here sub type here msg box right here active workbook dot password, not a password, not a protect name path, sorry, the file name. You can also enter. When you run, your properties give the information. Book one, right? Full name, full path. Yeah, you can also write the full name, give the name with extension. If you give the name with path. If you write your path, give the path. But this file is not saved, so give it no any path. Give the blank. But file saved, then give the path. So this is the properties when you write here. Okay. Some people ask how can get the list, the all method and member list of the workbook. Where I can get it. So first I give the I also share the some document about the your file workbook related workbook object, and you can also extract from the MS Office. So first I have shared one document related to workbook. Okay.
For example, how to decrypt the password.
How can
Decrypt, for example, how if they are password position names, is it any other way to decrypt the password?
if you want to remove the password,
Yeah.
okay, give the
So if I
only for give the
okay,
remove the password.
okay.
Okay,
How to do? Oh, if I take that line, it will be removed, right?
right. Write this code and run. Your password will remove.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
So today we just discussed how can add the workbook with code, how can save as the workbook code, how can save the workbook code, how can the open workbook, how can the close, how can the protect, how can the unprotect. You can also use the unprotect here.
okay,
Dot unprotect equal to period. Unprotect. Okay, but there is no any unpassword. Okay, so
okay,
you give the simple method, give the blank, it means remove the password. Okay, so many keywords we have not discussed here because this is a basic class, but you want to learn about the all member list of the your workbook and active workbook. So that time go to the this icon button that called F1 Excel help. When you click the Excel help, open the your Internet Explorer and here is the
okay,
Microsoft site. Now you have to
okay,
click here Excel VBA reference. Excel VBA reference here.
okay,
And now the object model reference. Object model reference. In the object model reference, here is the model. You see here, this is the overview and every member here. So you are ignore it and go to the search the workbook here. This is the
okay,
workbook. Go two code here, workbook and workbooks. Workbooks it means no file available. Just like add, open, close. This is no need to any particular file. That called workbooks. And workbook is the have a yeah. This is the event. Ignore the event. You go to the method. This is the method. Do with anything particular file, but we have write the code also workbook. Here is the workbook and workbooks the different member different object. But in the Excel we have write the workbook and workbooks both are the same.
okay,
The method this is the method. They activate, close, and review and post, print out, print preview, protect everything here. Okay,
okay.
right?
Right.
So you can read it. But remember, before the try to understand, need also know about this feature in the normal Excel. Just like all accept change. What is the all accept change in the Excel? Normal Excel. If you know that, then you can understand. If you don't know, you can't understand. So I suggest you if before the reading this article, you have check it if which feature you know about in the Excel. Then Rupesh, it is just like you want you know about the close, file close. तो यहाँ पे here is the complete details. How can, what is the syntax and what meaning of the sentence? Sign is the optional required and what is the sample code. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So before the reading, first ensure if this feature you can know in the Excel. After that, you
Okay.
can use it. I have also shared
Okay.
the I have also shared the notebook one Excel workbook sorry, one Word workbook for the workbook details, and also share the link, Microsoft link. We have read it, and tomorrow we have discussed about, not tomorrow. I think next class will be Monday. Your
Yes,
Sunday, my
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, my Sunday night.
Yeah, you have just read it, and on Sunday night we have discussed one project about the
Mm.
real time project about with the this code. So every class we have discussed this that explain the code, which code how can do it, and after that we have conduct the one project related to this code.
Okay.
Okay, so you can idea about how can you use this code in the real life office, real life
Thank
problem.
you.
Okay, meet you Sunday.